Some stories are driven by their characters, and others are driven by their plots. While plot films can sometimes get away with a lack of character development, the truly great plot-based films never forget that audiences want to connect to the people being presented within the plot. Creating a good character is all dependent on your understanding of people and human psychology. Even if the plot of a film comes to me first, I always start off a writing project thinking about who it is that I'm writing about rather than what they're doing. You want to get a clear picture in your head so your characters are believable and act like themselves rather than facets of your own personality. Let's get to know your character. I'm going to walk you through my character development worksheet, the same tool I use for my own writing. I recommend that you answer each and every question when developing your character so you get a good concept of who this person is that you'll be spending so much time with. Some of these questions will be obvious depending on the story that you're writing. If you're writing Jaws, then you already know that your characters probably live by the beach. But I encourage you to go all the way through this worksheet and answer every question, even the ones that you think will not be relevant. Creating a character. Who is my character? What's your character's name? Marty McFly, Captain Jack Sparrow, Hannibal Lecter, Cruella de Vil. Don't underestimate a good name. When was the character born? Where was the character born? Where does the character live now? Historical background. Race. Stereotypes are rapidly changing, and this is a good thing. Some cultures are tired of being portrayed in a negative light. For example, Mexican drug dealers, Indian cab drivers, etc. I would strongly advise you to avoid stereotypes such as these. However, it's important to keep these stereotypes in mind. Maybe your character is a high-powered career woman from Latin America who's frustrated by the way her culture is portrayed. People of different races are going to have different life experiences that you'll need to keep in mind in order to write honest characters. Family. Parents, siblings, orphans? What is the quality of the relationships your character has? Are they close to their family? Are they estranged? Are they the only survivor of a terrible shark attack? What feelings does your character have about their childhood? Country of origin. Is your character the first person in their family to live in the country that your story is set? Are they second generation or third generation children of immigrants? Are they Native American, Native Indian, or has their family always lived in Australia? Dig deep into the family history and you can unlock answers about nuance. Occupation. How does your character support themselves economically? What principal activity do they engage in? Hobbies. Current hobbies versus childhood hobbies that were given up. Skills. Successes. Failures. Vices. Sexuality. Physicality. Imagine if Dustin Hoffman didn't have a limp in Midnight Cowboy. Yes, quite a bit of this is left up for interpretation by the actor. Still, as a screenwriter, you can give clues as to how you want talent to interpret your character. Posture, walk, gestures and mannerism. Does the character have a unique laugh? Are they nasal? Catchphrases, accents, values and beliefs, morality, politics. Do they swear? One of the sure signs of bad character development is when all the characters in a certain piece all swear in the same way. Find a unique voice for your character by allowing them each to have their own unique expletives. Social status. Wealth. Old money? New money? No money? Barely enough money? Money has the ability to add a lot of stress to life, and it will affect your character's ability to function. If you're writing about a struggling artist who can't afford rent in New York City, but your story is about this artist going on a road trip, then you're going to want to answer the question, how did this artist get their money? Audiences often find plot holes like this quicker than you think, and once they find one, they love to hold on to them for the remainder of the film, searching for the answer. Personality. In the past few years, I've started to think about the Myers-Briggs personality test when developing characters. If you're not familiar with the Myers-Briggs type indicator, it's an introspective self-questionnaire with the purpose of indicating one of 16 different psychological preferences in how people perceive the world around them and make decisions. All people have a personality type, and since creating a character is essentially creating a person, the deeper you develop their character, the better. even if the characters don't sit around talking about their personality type. Another way to look at this is the hierarchy of auditory, visual, and kinesthetic. One of the most common mistakes I see screenwriters make is that all of their characters have the same personality type, which is very often their own personality type. Auditory people love to talk. They're often very open about their feelings and at times TMI. If you write a script where all the characters talk freely about their emotions, it can often feel unnatural because that's not how many people in the real world act. People often say the opposite of what they feel. They hide their emotions because they are uncomfortable with them. Write an array of characters, some who are auditory and talk too much, others who are visual, and others kinesthetic. This leads me to the levels of consciousness. Is your character self-aware or going through the motions? Have they attended a Tony Robbins conference, or do they go to the bar every night and watch football? How aware is your character about their own actions and how those affect their life and the lives of those around them? All right, your character's attitude about other characters, about their occupation, about their social status. Are they fun to be around, or are they a lovable misanthrope? Purpose. Why does your character keep getting up every morning? Next, let's move into logistics. Where is the character? What is the character doing here? Have they always lived where they've lived? Is there a shroud of mystery around their past? That's fine for the audience, but as a writer, you better know everything there is to know about this person. Present life situation. How old is the character at the time of our story? And what experiences have made them who they are today? I have this worksheet available on a public Google Drive. Here's the link. Feel free to access it and use it to develop compelling characters. Once you've developed those characters, feel free to share your work with the class so you can get feedback.